Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of El Jefe versus Time. Today marks the first in our home gym series, where we're going to look at my home gym, the equipment, the space, the utilization, and then in future series we will look at friends who have also created their home gyms, what they've done. This all started 2.5 years ago when we purchased the Peloton bike, and we needed a space for it. Since the house was not an option, inside the house was not an option, the garage became the choice. And at first we put the bike in here and really didn't think about the rest of the space. As you see, the Peloton doesn't take up a ton of space. But as I started doing more workouts here, whether it was on the floor or on the Peloton bike, and as Peloton Digital launched, and they have non-bike classes such as cardio, strength, yoga, stretching, we needed to rethink this space. So the first thing we did was purchase this weight rack, bench and weight rack system. So for bench press, for squats, deadlifts, has an incline bench, very versatile. It's also pretty compact. It doesn't take up a lot of space. We looked at, there is one that has a big upper rack for pull-ups and other exercises, but as we measured, opened the garage door, that was gonna hit the top, so we didn't do that, and we wanted to keep this back space here for floor exercises and other open space for exercising and workouts, but also for the access indoor-outdoor with the door. So we purchased this. Well, with this came the weights themselves and the weight rack. So again, you can see very compact, doesn't take up a lot of space. We added the Bowflex dumbbells, added other dumbbells, other weight, slam balls, kettlebells, perfect push-up, and put a rack in. So you can see a lot of equipment here, or relatively a lot of equipment here, but not using a lot of space. And we've been able to also add the TRX suspension system and the mount. So once we had all this equipment, the space still wasn't being utilized very well. So very fortunate that my wife, Miss LFA, is very good at organization and space planning. So together we came in and figured out how to store this equipment so it was accessible, easily accessible, and also where we could put a stool with an iPad. So as we're using Peloton Digital, typically we'll use an iPad for that content, so a place for that. We put in a speaker for music out here. It's a Sonos 5, so that works well. But as you can see, like, we've got a bike, sporting equipment. We also use this for indoor, outdoor access, also for the house access. So we have a mudroom in here. And so we started to think about space. So as you can see, that we decided to put all the equipment in essentially one place, but there's still enough room to move around, enough room to do your exercises. And then over here, we have enough space for the floor exercises. So to be able to do stretching, yoga, other strength classes right here. And in fact, with the garage door closed, we've been able to, 2 people can work out here at the same time. And then when we open the garage, we can actually get a 3rd person working out here. So it does have a lot of utility and a lot of space. Next up, we're thinking about putting in rubber flooring. So a couple of benefits to that. The first is it protects the floor. The second is that it can protect you. So it's has a lot more forgiveness when you're exercising. It's better to walk on, better to jump on. And so I think we're gonna make that the next purchase. But without that flooring, everything you see in here, except for the Peloton bike, was about $1,500. So you can certainly get that cost down, whether you've got friends that want to give up old equipment or you go and buy used equipment. Those are ways to get those costs down. But that was roughly the budget that we had, and we were able to stick in that budget for all the equipment that you see here. As I mentioned, next up, we're going to visit some friends and their home gyms, see how they use their spaces, the equipment that they use, the budgets that they have, and hopefully you will enjoy those comparisons. So until next time, stay active, eat well.